So like the new season of Game of Thrones started. Like, oh my god, I don't even fucking care anymore. That's the conclusion I'm coming to here. Like, I have no fucking investment in this show any longer. Like, I honestly don't give a fuck anymore. At this point, I'm literally just watching it out of obligation. I don't know. I don't like. I've given this show like 5 years of my life. I gotta see how it ends. That's where I'm at. I'm just watching it because, like, well, I gotta know. I've been with it this long. I gotta know how it ends. It reminds me of, like, because no one, like, it's just fan fiction. You know? It reminds me of when Telltale did the Game of Thrones game, and it just, like, it's trying to be George R. R. Martin because HBO is trying to be George R. R. Martin, and no one can do it right. Like, they don't get it. Like, they just think, oh, it's George R. R. Martin, we gotta kill a bunch of characters and be needlessly depressing. Like, oh, like, killed all, oops, all dead. That's George R. R. Martin, right? Like, no. If you read the books, like, it's not like that. There's a lot of fucking shit going on there. But they don't get it, and they don't know what they're doing, and they're just not as good writers, and they need to, like, dumb it down for the fucking lowest common denominator. Like, there was a whole scene, like, there was a whole part with, like, Tyrion and fucking the eunuch guy, fucking Varys, were walking through the city, and, like, they see on the wall, it's like death to the masters or whatever, and it said, like, Misha is a master, and then fucking Varys had to explain, like, Misha means mother. Like, oh, really? Thanks, buddy. I didn't fucking know that. Gotta fucking explain it to the fucking dipshits watching at home, right? Can't, like, TV audience can't fucking use their brain. Gotta do all their thinking for them. And, like, oh, I don't care about anything that's going on in this fucking show anymore. Like, Jon Snow's dead, but he's probably gonna come back to life. I've been sitting, like, the only thing I've invested in so far is, like, how long is it gonna take for them to bring Jon Snow back to life? Because that's not even in question. Everyone knows that's going to happen. Honestly, like, the biggest twist this show could pull would be to say, like, no, he's fucking dead, bury him, the end, Jon Snow's not on the show anymore. I was joking about that. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if they got the actor to come back and film a whole season of just him laying there being dead, and he doesn't actually do anything? He's just laying on the table being a corpse for 10 episodes, and the last episode, they bury him. It's like, well, he's fucking dead now. Oops. Oops. We fucked that up. But, like, you gotta kind of watch it to see if when Jon Snow comes back, and, like, what's he gonna do? Because that storyline, what's he gonna do? What purpose would it have? Because in the books, it makes sense why Jon Snow's gonna come back to life. Because, like, you can't leave the Night's Watch, like, and now my watch is over because you're dead. So, like, now he's dead, he can go back and do some shit. Like, he can go fucking deal with the Boltons. In the show, that whole storyline isn't even in it. Because, like, the pink letter isn't a thing, and the fucking wildling king is actually dead. He didn't get, like, replaced in some crazy, like, switcheroo kind of deal. So what would Jon Snow even do? Why would I fucking care? I don't care. I don't care about, like, Stannis is dead, so I don't know what the Onion Knight's even doing. Why does he give a shit about Jon? Like, they say, like, oh, if we open that door, they're gonna kill us. And, like, that's the reason Davos has to stay at the wall. Like, that's the only reason he's there. He's there because they'll kill him if he tries to leave, I guess. But, like, I don't know why he cares about Jon. Like, his dude was Stannis, and for all we know, Stannis is dead. I can't believe they expect anyone to buy the idea that Stannis is dead. You didn't show him dying. We still haven't seen him dead. Like, they have Roose Bolton going like, "Oh, Stannis is dead. I wish I knew who the man who did it." Like, no one is fooled by this. Stannis is so alive. So, like, I don't know what he's gonna do, and I don't care. But I don't know why Davos gives a shit about Jon. I don't know why fucking Melisandre gives. I don't give a shit about Melisandre at all. She sucks. I've always hated fucking Melisandre. So I don't care about what's happening at the Wall at all. I don't care about what's happening with Arya at all. I don't give a shit anymore. Like, she used to be the best fucking character in the fucking show. And I don't care anymore. I don't fucking care. Because, like, I don't get, even in the books, I don't get what the end goal here is. Like, how is her storyline even going to resolve? Is she just gonna become an assassin, and that's it? And then the rest of her life is she's gonna be an assassin? What's Arya gonna do? What's she going to do? And why do I fucking care? And it also doesn't make sense, because in the books, she met Sam and Gilly, who were there, like, went to fucking Bravos. And, like, there were shenanigans going on with, like, the baby, and the baby has king's blood, because the baby's, like, it was this whole thing. It was this whole thing with, like, fucking magic and prophecy, and she got involved by meeting up with Sam and them, and, like, doing a thing. Because, like, one of the Night's Watch dudes was just gonna kill Sam and, like, ditch. And she was like, "Fuck you." And that's who she killed, and that's why she went blind. In the show, she just kills some guy who doesn't matter, and nothing matters, and I don't care about what's going on. I don't care about what's happening. She's just blind now. I don't care. I don't care about Dany. I don't give a shit anymore. I haven't given a shit for like 2 seasons. I was like coasting on like. It's amazing how long that scene of her just burning all the fucking slaver dudes let you coast. Because like that was the coolest fucking thing that ever happened in the history of the world. And you're just like, yeah, and finally it's like, man, I don't give a shit anymore. Like, the only reason I care about her is because I'm cracking jokes about how the actress renegotiated her contract so she doesn't have to show her boobs anymore. That's the only thing. Like, what are you gonna do? Recast me? she's not. She's not gonna show her tits anymore. And the Saturday Night Live, like, Peter Dinklage was on Saturday Night Live, and they made a joke about that where like someone who was dressed up as Danny came out. They're like, "Now show your tits." She's like, "No," and then another person came out and she's like, "I'll do it." And they're like, "No, stop!" And she's like, "What? Screen time is screen time." Like, it's HBO. Even if I gotta be flashing my tits, at least I'll get paid, right? I don't care. I don't fucking care. I don't like, what is she even gonna do? Her dragons are chained up. Drogo's just gone now, I guess. They burned her ship. Like, who cares? I don't care. I don't care about Tyrion because he's tied to Dany and he's literally not doing anything. I don't know what his goal is. Like, this is the thing with like character writing is you need to have a like, who are they? What are they doing? Why are they doing it? You need to have like identity, goal, and motivation. Those are the 3 things you need to have for characters. And even like the minor characters in the books, even in the, even like the like characters who really aren't important and don't really have any, like, aren't doing anything, I can tell you what their motivation is, and like some of them, like, you don't know what their end goal is because they're like schemers or whatever, but you can make a pretty good guess, and you know what they say their goal is, right? And you know what their deal is, you know what they want, broadly speaking, and you know why they want it. I don't know what Tyrion wants, and I don't know why he wants it. Like, he just wants, like, he's just supporting Dany, I guess. And I don't know what she wants to do. So, I don't, I don't care. I don't fucking care anymore. I've never cared about Cersei. I hate that bitch. Still waiting for her to get killed. Because it's like, Lena Headey's a great actress, but fuck, Cersei's just terrible. I don't care about any of that shit. I don't care about Roose Bolton. I don't give a shit about that. There's no fucking Sansa's just somehow Sansa has become even more fucking retarded. Like, they set it up so good in season what season are we even on? 7? No, we're on 6, right? Yeah, we're on 6. So last one was 5. 5 just fucked up Sansa. Like, at the end of season 4, Sansa was set up to be this cool motherfucker, and they were gonna do some shit. She was Elia Stone. They were gonna do some scheming, and then season 5 was just, let's just rape Sansa for a whole season. And now she sucks again. And no one cares. No one gives a shit about Sansa. Sansa's cool in the books. Like, half of this video is just me like, dude, the books are like so much better. Because I've read them now. I've read all the books. They're so good. And everyone on YouTube who talks about them is really stupid. Like reading the books has made me go like, holy shit, Preston Jacobs is a fucking retard. None of these, like, all the theory crafter, like, I fucking hate theory YouTubers, for one thing, like, game theory, but, like, fucking everyone who does, like, theory videos on YouTube about Game of Thrones don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, I'm watching these videos, and then I'm like, do we read the same book? What the fuck are you talking about? Because all these people seem to think that George R. R. Martin is, like, some omnipotent, fucking all-knowing, all-planning, all-seeing motherfucker who knows what he's doing. And I'm reading it. And I write. I wouldn't describe myself as a writer because I'm not published. But I write. And I know that, like, you just forget shit. And you don't know. And you just, like, what was that character's proportions? Fucking whatever. And people are like, oh, look, he described her hips being different. It must be a character switcheroo. And it's like, are these people fucking for real? Like, oh, no, he's just a guy. Like, he fucks up. I can tell you continuity errors just in the first book. And, like, people think, like, see continuity errors, and they think, oh, what does it mean? It means he fucked up. Like, what do you want? It's not a big deal, guys. Like, there's not some secret hidden plot written in between the lines that only you are special enough to have discovered. Like, what you see is what you get. It's not a big deal, you guys. Holy fuck. Anyway, this show isn't even as good as it, like, people think the books are some extra level shit. The books are really good, but they're not like the fucking second coming of Christ or anything like that. And the show is just not even close. Just basic fundamental things that you're not doing right here. I don't give a shit about fucking Sansa anymore. They totally, like, why would you set up a character, like, even just from, like, a narrative standpoint, why would you set up a character as, like, this character started out weak and naive, and, like, she's been traumatized by her experiences, and, like, there's 3 kinds of people in the world. There's people who, like, when they start out soft, and they go through hardship, and they become stronger. There's people who start out hard, they go through a traumatic experience, and they become soft. And then there's people who, and then there's, like, people who don't really change. Like, they go in hard or soft, and then traumatic experience happens, and they just stay, or they become, like, completely broken as human beings. Right? And Sansa was being set up as a character who, like, started out soft, and was being hardened and traumatized, and then, like, she would start to use that as a strength, and become a stronger person. And like that's storybook writing, because like in the real world you don't always become a stronger person. Sometimes you're just fucked up for the rest of your life. But as a narrative, you have a character who's weak and they become strong, and that's a story. So you had Sansa, who started off weak and became strong at the end of season 4, and it was set up that she's gonna do some badass shit, and then season 5 happened and she became weak again. Why would you do that? Why would you set up a character as becoming a stronger person and then just fucking like, nope, she sucks again? Like, go back to not being interesting at all. Go back to being a victim for the rest of your fucking life. Like, that's not a story. That's not a story. It doesn't even make sense. It feels like the fan fiction thing. Like, oh, this character needs to suffer and it needs to be depressing because that's George R. R. Martin, right? No, like you can't have it both ways, because like at the end of last season, like they're trying to do this like all depressing bad shit happens, characters dying, ooh, and it doesn't matter, because they think that's like what George R. R. Martin does. But at the same time, last season they had fucking Brienne like go across the battlefield of fucking Stannis and the Boltons and find Stannis somewhere in the woods. They went from being in a field, being encircled, just to be slaughtered, and somehow he's in the woods now. And like after this huge battle happened, Brienne somehow finds him, and somehow she finds the guy who fucked up her life, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna get that satisfaction. It's like, you're gonna be this contrived TV bullshit where like, I'm gonna get my satisfaction now. You don't always get that satisfaction though. Like, that's the whole thing with like Arya having her list in the book. That was the point, because like it like in a like she thinks she's gonna have this cool revenge narrative where she kills all the people who fuck up her life, and one after the other they just start dying due to completely unrelated bullshit, and she never gets that satisfaction. She never gets that catharsis of like, okay, now I've, gotten that peace of mind. But in the show, she does get that peace of mind. She does meet one of the guys who fucked up her life, and she does kill him, and she does get her revenge. So it's like they're trying to flip flop between like doing shitty TV writing, which there's nothing wrong with that in principle. But then they're trying to be like, oh, we're being George R. R. Martin, you guys. And it doesn't work. I don't care about Sansa. I don't care about Dorne. I don't care about anything that's going on. The weak men will never rule Dorne again. It's so stupid. I don't care. I don't care about what's happening in Dorne. I don't. We haven't seen the Ironborn in fucking 3 seasons. Where the fuck are the Ironborn? My lip looks weird. What's going on there? Anyway, I don't care. I don't care about anything that's happening in this show. I don't care anymore. I don't fucking care. I'm literally just watching it because this is the show I have watched for 5 years now. I've given the show 5 years of my life, and it's just I watch Game of Thrones. That's what I do. I feel like at least a lot. Like, I feel like how people must have felt when they watched Lost. Although people were in denial about Lost for a long time. Like, they really thought it was gonna go somewhere. They really thought Lost was gonna something was gonna happen. I've totally accepted that nothing's happening in this show. What's going on there? Looks weird. It looks like I got a bug bite or something. It's gonna bug the shit out of me. Anyway, I know Bran's gonna show up at some point because he was in the trailer, And I don't even know what his stupid deal is gonna be. I don't know how much of the book plot they're gonna show because he hasn't been in the last book. Like Bran's been gone since book 3 because like he's doing some weird hive mind shit or whatever. And I don't care. I don't care anymore. God damn it. Whatever.